This is video 6, the Narcissists' Weaknesses. With gaslighting, future faking, silent treatment and hoovering, it seems like a narcissist has a really powerful arsenal to use against you. Indeed, these techniques are powerful and they can use them against you. They like to find your weaknesses and use them against you. But in actual fact, they are not all powerful. They have weaknesses too. So to start, they are insecure whether they display this or not. Narcissists are incredibly insecure people. Nobody who is secure within themselves needs to belittle people, demean people, make fun of people, treat people badly, and struggle for constant power and control, and all the things that the toxic people and narcissists do. They have no tolerance for anything. They are very easily offended. They cannot handle criticism about anything. They are creatures of habit and hate if anything changes. They certainly don't like being told no. Most of them are very disagreeable people. They have an incredibly short temper and they are extremely impulsive. They trust no one. A lot of the reasons narcissists behave the way they do goes back to early life for them, where they usually suffered some kind of trauma or abuse, and there is learned behaviour there also. Because of the trauma and abuse, they have learned that no one can be trusted. There's usually a backstory to these individuals that's either tragic or dysfunctional in some way. This doesn't make it okay for them to treat the people the way they do, but this is why they don't trust anyone. They fear getting close to anyone because something probably happened to them a long time ago that caused them some kind of trauma, and this stops them wanting to get involved. The narcissist also thinks that they're smarter than everyone else. This is just typical narcissism. They feel as if they're smarter and better than everyone else. You can tell this by the tone of their voice, how they treat others, and their opinion of themselves. Most narcissists, however, actually hate themselves. An overt narcissist will never let you see that. They will only talk about how amazing and how great they are. Whereas a covert narcissist is usually the one that plays the victim more. They might let you see they don't like themselves that much. But both the covert and the overt narcissists think they are better than the rest of us, and this is a weakness of theirs. It causes them to underestimate people, and this is why they're so surprised when their targets leave them. This causes them intense narcissistic injury when they are discarded, ghosted, ignored, blocked, etc. They thought they knew what you were about, but then you turned it around on them. This affects them deeply because they were sure they had you hoodwinked, but they didn't. Narcissists are very paranoid people. The reason for their paranoia mostly is that their whole life is a lie. They lie about everything. They also live 2 or even 3 or more different lives, all of them full of lies. They have to keep all of those different stories straight. They have to be able to lie on the spot to get themselves out of tight situations that they often get themselves into. They're always ghosting people, discarding people, etc. Then imagine all of the people that they've alienated and cheated and lied to over their lifetime. Sometimes they upset the wrong people. They get threatened, they get taken to court and arrested, and it goes on and on. It's exhausting for them, and they have to keep looking over their shoulder because of the army of enemies that they've made for themselves. Of course, a big fear for the narcissist is the fear of abandonment. This ties in with the trust aspect. They are always worried that the person they've chosen to be with will eventually leave them. They know that they are damaged and crazy, and they know it's only a matter of time before that person finds out and leaves them. Narcissists cannot be alone. They hate being alone. They can't be alone simply because they need supply. This is why they need other supply behind the scenes, behind your back. They have to have people there just in case you leave, or even if you don't leave. Because one source of supply is never enough for them. Supply is like oxygen to a narcissist. They cannot get enough, they need it constantly. They can't be alone because when you're alone, you have to sit with yourself, and for them, this is unbearable. Narcissists hate rejection and/or indifference. Nobody likes rejection, but it really burns the narcissist. They are all riddled with fear. They love all of the drama, etc., but if you don't give it to them, this drives them crazy. Narcissists are all quite similar and very predictable. People often think that they must have read from the same narcissist manual. There's no better way to predict future behaviour of someone than to see their behaviour of the past. So if you're still around one of these people, or they're still in your life somehow, you must realise that you cannot change them. The only person you can change is yourself. You can either accept these people or not. There's no other choice. Accept them for who they are or just walk away. One of the most important things when dealing with narcissists are setting boundaries. You must set boundaries with the narcissist. Narcissists hate boundaries, and they will do everything they can to make sure that you don't have any. The only people who don't want you to have any standards are those who can't meet your standards. Narcissists hate boundaries. They want everything to go their way, and when you don't go along with this, they will get very upset and aggressive with you. This is when they will try all of their tactics on you, and may even discard you. But still make sure you set boundaries and stick to them. Because if you're going to set boundaries but allow them to be broken and walked upon, the narcissist will see this and know that they can do exactly as they please with you. They will think that you are a weak person. Know what your boundaries are and know what the rules are if people cross them. Mental, physical, or even emotional, you must be able to stick to your boundaries. You have to be prepared to walk away if they don't respect your boundaries. Another rule is to never accept responsibility for their actions. Narcissists want everything to be your fault, even when it comes to ridiculous things like them cheating on you. They will try to convince you that it was your fault. Stand up for yourself and don't allow them to do this. Hold them accountable for their actions. The grey rock method teaches them over time that you're not going to get into the fight with them. So now you can see that these narcissists are not the powerful people that perhaps you had been led to believe that they are. But as always, seek out supportive friends and family and make sure they're in your corner and know what's going on. The average cycle in leaving and getting back together with a narcissist is 8 to 10 times before finally leaving for good. Each cycle becoming quicker and worse, so bear this in mind and always be aware when you're dealing with the narcissist. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Speak to you again soon.